up Auckland, raise your arms. Let me see you go.
Kia ora, and welcome to the latest edition of the South Auckland Cricket Club, where we are getting started with a bit of Leo Carter, 25-year-old Cantabrian batsman who is featured in the South Auckland Cricket Club a couple episodes in only 3 rounds, so big up to Leo Carter. He's making an impression on the South Auckland team. Very leg side dominant player. As you'll see, a lot of these boundaries are hit through the leg side, and if we think back to when we've seen Leo Carter before in the South Auckland Cricket Club, he's hitting sixes on the leg side as well. He scored a half century here against the Knights, coming after an 87 a week or round prior against the Wellington Firebirds. So very interested in what Leo Carter is doing for the Cantabrians. There he goes, just steering a bit of Scotty Cougar line down to fine leg. Especially in the Plunket Shield format, because in first class cricket Leo Carter is averaging roughly 32, whereas in the 2 white ball formats he is averaging less than 20. So this appears to be his strongest format, and even though he's like a certified 6 hitter, that's what he is, that's what he does, is bang sixes. We've seen it in the Super Smash and we've seen it in the Plunket Shield as well, and he just has a little stroll down the wicket there to bang his shoti straight down the ground. That's probably the only offside shot Leo Carter played in that little section of clips there, because he just likes whipping it down the leg side. You drop short, he can hook you. If you're full, he can whip you. What it does, that's a 6. That's what Leo Carter is all about. He hits boundaries. I like that. Daryl Mitchell, bowler Daryl Mitchell. He took a good haul here, couple wickets for the Knights, and he has taken a lot of wickets in the Plunket Shield this season, and he is a very attacking seamer. So the thing with Daryl Mitchell that I'm tapping into is how he attacks the stumps. Everything is on the stumps. Yes, he might drift just outside off stump to just deliver a good 4th stump delivery, but he is just steaming in, a little bit of Colin de Gronholm about him, and he just attacks the stumps there. And especially Kiwi conditions, bit of nibble off the pitch, bit of swing. If you're bowling straight and attacking the stumps, you're going to be in a pretty good position in November, December here in Aotearoa. And you get a bit of a fiddle outside off stump there. So Daryl Mitchell is among the best bowlers in the Plunket Shield. He's also scored a century, and need we forget, he scored a century on Test debut last summer. Now we're just bit of Dale Phillips, younger brother of Glenn Phillips, and you probably saw it there. Not much foot movement, but very good hand-eye coordination, very fast hands, and just funky stroke play. That one's a bit funky, but not intentional, so shout out Dale Phillips. He is the younger brother of Glenn Phillips, so he is from Auckland, but he's part of this little Otago recruitment drive to get a couple players down in the deep south. Very good hands. Very good hands, both the Phillips brothers, and they got that powerful base, but just their hand speed and the way they throw their hands at the ball. Now Ollie Newton wasn't having a bar of that, chirping away at old Dale, young Dale, sorry. He's only 22 years old, and Ollie Newton did end up dismissing Dale Phillips, but he wasn't happy with a couple of these shots. Like just look at him, filthy. Dale, mate, don't hit me for 4. Even if I bowl a shit one, don't do it, or else I'm going to come and get you. And then a second innings 83. And this came after Dale Phillips had hit a century for Otago A. So he's in great form with the Otago Volts. And this was his first game for the Volts in the Plunket Shield this summer. So he had that 1A game, hit a century, comes into the Volts first 11 for the Plunket Shield, and he goes alright. These are just some of the early boundaries in either innings, just to get a vibe of what he's doing. That is Ben Sears bowling. Many view Ben Sears as one of the fastest bowlers in New Zealand on the domestic circuit, and Dale Phillips seems to be handling him okay. Especially if you're going to bowl short and wide, and just judging by the eye line of those players around, that one looked to be going in front of square. So he just smacked a short wide one from Ben Sears in front of square. And once again, limited foot movement, swings those hands through the ball, middles the fuck out of it, all good. Tommy Blundell. Mr. I score runs, any role, anywhere, whoever it is, I score runs. It might take me a while, because he didn't start this summer very good for the Wellington Firebirds. This is the first summer in which he has been opening for Wellington. Usually he bats in the middle order as a wicketkeeper batsman. Then he got that Black Caps Test opening role, and that flowed into a Wellington Firebirds Plunket Shield opening role, just getting things in alignment. But prior to this century here against the Otago Volts, Blundell had a top score of 31 in 5 innings. So tough start, but he did eventually get a century, and I just like how he, yes, there are going to be low patches for Tom Blundell, but regardless of the format, regardless of his role, he does tend to score runs at some stage.